welcome all respected Shrutru friends, sadhakas, jignasus, gratitudes and congratulations to everyone for being able to maintain the regularity. Keep it up for every effort is the only way. Loka Sevaka Adi, the Vyaktitwas, remember, which we have to strengthen. And also, who is there to help us? All the Kosadhakas, all the Shruti Smriti Purana Idihasas, Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara, Swaguru, Swacharyas, Sakala Devataganas, the Jagan Mata, Ishvara, and the Parabrahma Tattva. Welcome for today's 5 activities of Veda Mantra Ucharana 5 times. We will do the 5th Anuvaka of Chamaka Prashna after seeing the meaning, very short. Then we'll have a very precise common sense thought. We will be having our Prarthana Sankalpa. Then Upanishad Mantra Ucharana, Upanishad Adhyayana with Bhashyam. Today is the 5th Anuvaka. It also has got so many things to ask the Lord. They are 31. This time, all of them are the mineral kingdom is asked from the Lord for our requirements. Ashma chame, the stones required. Mrittika chame, the mud required. Girayash chame, the big mountains to support, the stop monsoon, support the trees, hold on to the glaciers. All of them are done by the Girayaha. May they not be broken those days by the thunderbolts, these days by the human beings for their various greeds and selfishnesses. Then, then Giraya Parvataschame, the Parvatas, the hillocks and the mountains. Sikataschame, the sands required. Vanaspatayah chame, all the vanaspati, the tree plant kingdom. Hiranyanchame, gold. Ayaschame, the Ayaha means this iron. Sisanchame, the lead. Then Trapuschame, that mica which you have. Then Shyamam chame, the iron, the steel it is called. Lohanchame, the other metals like the copper, brass, etc. Then Agnischame, the fire. Apaha, water. Virudaha, the creepers. Oshadayaha, the shrubs. Then Krishtapachanchame means only when you plow the land, then they are grown. Then Akrishtabachamchame, no need to plow, just to sow, it is enough. Gramyashtame, Pashava Aranyashtame, Yagnena Kalpantam. All the Pashus who are in the Grama help us, like the dogs, etc., cows, and all of them. The Aranyaha Pashuhu, the which are there in the Aranya, give the beauty like the Hiran, etc. Then Vittam Chame, the wealth which is already gained. Vittishchame, the future wealth. Bhutanchame, have wonderful, intelligent children. Bhutishchame, let them take care of me. Vasuchame, the natural wealth. Vasatishchame, good place to stay. Karmachame, let noble activities happen through me. Shaktishchame, for that, the required energy. Arthashchame, the required wealth for both. Emascha is Ananda. Itishchame, all resources for success. And finally, Gatishchame, let there be Sadgati, Vijayagati to me. In this way, 31 things we have asked here. We are asking now the Lord. Enjoy the chanting 5 times. Krishna Vasudeva. ॐ अश्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सिकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे सीसं च मे त्रपुश्च मे श्यामं च मे लोहं च मे अग्निश्च मापश्च मे वीरुदश्च म ओषधयश्च मे कृष्टपच्यं च मे कृष्टपच्यं च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां वित्तं च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतं च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मेऽर्थश्च मयेमश्च मैथिश्च मे गतिश्च मे ॐ अश्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सिकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे सीसं च मे त्रपुश्च मे श्यामं च मे लोहं च मे अग्निश्च मापश्च मे वीरुदश्च औषधयश्च मे कृष्टपच्यं च मे कृष्टपच्यं च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां वित्तं च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतं च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मेऽर्थश्च मयेमश्च मैथिश्च मे गतिश्च मे अगेन ॐ अश्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सुगताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे सीसं च मे त्रपुश्च मे श्यामं च मे लोहं च मेऽग्निश्च महावश्च मे वीरुधश्च औषधयश्च मे पृष्ठपच्यं च मे कृष्टपच्यं च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां वित्तं च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतं च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मेऽर्थश्च मयेमश्च मैथिश्च मे गतिश्च मे ॐ अश्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सिकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे सीसं च मे त्रपुश्च मे श्यामं च मे लोहं च मे अग्निश्च मापश्च मे वीरुदश्च औषधयश्च मे कृष्टपच्यं च मे कृष्टपच्यं च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां वित्तं च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतं च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मेऽर्थश्च मयेमश्च मैथिश्च मे गतिश्च मे अगेन अश्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सिकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे सीसं च मे त्रपुश्च मे श्यामं च मे लोहं च मे अग्निश्च आवश्च मे वीरुदश्च औषधयश्च मे कृष्टपच्यं च मे कृष्टपच्यं च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां वित्तं च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतं च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मेऽर्थश्च मयेमश्च मैथिश्च मे गतिश्च मे. See the intelligence of all our Rishi Muni. They know all these are required for the outer total universe, for the outer life of all of us, and within our own physiological personality. All these metal material are required. Understand? That's why all the avarnas, abhushanas, even the patras we use for puja, bhojana. So they all show these physical things are related. We need all of them. And more beautiful thing what they know, which are not knowing, we are not knowing, is all of that are provided by the Lord, the Ishwar. That Astikata saved them, kept their intellects always beautiful, intact. We don't have it, therefore we are becoming victimized by our own devilish mind. That's the difference, that they have not scientifically grown, yet very happy. We are scientifically growing, destroying everything and ourselves. Also miserable. Right. Now, in today's second topic, respected friends, our common sense thought discussion is these two or three things. First and foremost is as it is to every creature, so it is to you and I, the human beings, that the life is a challenge. Accept it. Life is a challenge. Life is a worry. If you take it, then there will be no good feeling in the heart. Even if you say life is a struggle, that also is not an encouraging sentence. If you say the life is again a war, yuddha, that also there is something bitterness in it. So it is a struggle, it is a war, these are all the words, may not that much give us a required feeling. To get that required feeling, take this word that the life is a challenge. An opportunity is also a better word, in fact. A blessing is the highest word. So before we reach to the attitude of blessing and opportunity, let us at least take it not as a crisis or a struggle or a continuous war or the survival struggle. It is a challenge to all and to us also. Feel that meaning of the word that it's a challenge, right? So, in this challenge of life of ours, very important few things. One, two, three, four. We can think about five things directly to us, addressing us. First challenge in life is to understand that we are the seekers, to accept that we are seekers, to maintain that we are seekers. In spite of anything happen, let us not forget that we are the seekers. We are always so. We are seeking something or the other, searching something or the other. Sometimes we get, many times we don't get. When we get, we are happy, not getting disappointed. This is how the whole life is. But feeling it consciously कि मैं तो सीकर हूँ, ऐसी वाली बात. Come what may, things variety of come and go, but without giving up that attitude of seekerness we have to maintain, like we do in so many things in our own life, not new thing. Like key at home, how many times the war or fighting happens with the wife or husband? If you're a husband with the wife, but don't you continue, I'm a husband, isn't it? It goes on. Every day there'll be struggle, fighting, but the husbandhood is maintained or wifehood with all her disappointments, etc. So too with the children as parents, there is always problems, etc. But still, we maintain that attitude of being parent. We continue that. In the same way, always in that beautiful awareness of I am the seeker. This is the first challenge, isn't it? And also other examples when you work in an office. Not that everything is very good with the colleagues or subordinates or the boss, but then the attitude you we maintain that I am the employee there, isn't it? With the neighborhood also, as a member in any of the organization. Not that every day it's a sweetness. No, but still I am the member. Whatever the position given it to me, I maintain. Come what may. Things may be smooth or may not, but maintaining it. As we do in so many cases, here also, I am a seeker, मैं साधक हूँ, मेरे लिए ये चैलेंज है ना. फर्स्ट लाइफ इज ए चैलेंज, understanding accepting itself is a challenge. Then I am a seeker, understanding itself is a challenge, and maintaining it always, that attitude. In that, no giving up wala. Maintaining always that optimum level of I am the seeker. You can see some of the animals. Throughout the day, they are awakened, always seeking, seeking. You don't see them. sleeping like the ants example are there, the birds sometimes you can see. They're seeking, seeking, seeking. So the sadhaka attitude is a challenge to us. We have to maintain it. Can't give up. From that only, all the invocations of intelligences, energies come to do something and to achieve something. Second point. First is life is challenge. Second is the challenge successfully achieved that I am the sadhaka and maintained all the time. दिन रात निरंतर हो रहना है ना. जब कभी वो भूल जाते हैं हम, then we become less creative or productive or performers. Now to me, now a seeker for whom the life is challenge, the few challenges are one, two, three, four. Let us talk about. First is always is the maintenance and success in the outer life. One can never avoid it. For me, the first seeking is the outer successes for my survival, whatever is required. Whether you call it as profession, whether you call it as relations, whether you call it as finance economy, call it as comforts. A sare as a human being, taking it as a challenge, if you seek it, if you consciously, intelligently work on it, to a good extent, we can achieve those challenges. Wherein we are good in society in terms of our education, our position, the status, the finances. Good, it's nice. That's a great challenge. And also to be able to negotiate with so many things that happen. We are not the only individuals here, so many are there, so each one behaves according to their own swabhava. So, we being co-travelers, that affects us. Not that somebody does it deliberately. It just happens. Then we should have that ability to maintain all of them, isn't it? Very many challenges outside. Like in a bus, you are traveling, so somebody is coughing, somebody is playing music loudly, somebody is talking loudly, somebody is sleeping snoring, you know? So you are there. He is not doing anything deliberately to disturb us, but he does it. So you have to protect, isn't it? कुछ तो कुछ करना ही पड़ता है वहाँ. Same way, the bad elements are there in the world. Sometimes the Raja himself, yesterday we saw, or day before, Radha Shankara's text, Pishunaha, then Lubdha Raja, Pishunaha Janaha, which is a place where we should not stay, where the people are Pishunaha, always talking about the third person, everything negative, and Lubdha Bhupaha, that place where the king himself is very greedy. So, if we are unfortunate, in the time of our life, the government itself may be bad, isn't it? The whole government may be good, but the local MLA may be useless, or even the local councillor of your own ward. अब क्या करें? सब ठीक है, but इधर ही गड़बड़. It can be anything. Like all places बिजली है, हमारे घर में बिजली ठप, हमारे गली में ट्रांसफार्मर फट गए, और सब जगह पानी आ रहा है. In our house only, the water supply stopped, or the vegetables are there, all place market. In our place only, the vegetables, groceries are not there. Or everywhere the good roads are there. Where I stay, there only the road is not good. These are all outer challenges from the people also. All servants of your own friends, everybody good. Your servant only very naggy. अब देखो, these are all outer challenges to name so many. We have to go through them. That's a challenge. A seeker will not give it up. He will manage all of that. That's how. For that, All required guts abilities are there inside. So keep on doing. And even in that outer lives, challenges succeeding also, evolution in every life. If somebody is having 10,000 crore turnover in his life of business, not that just like that in this life only it happened. He may be a king and so many things from last, so many lives he is going through. In this Bhumandala, in other Bhumandala, somewhere chal raha hai wo jeev ka. अब इधर. So if somebody is a cinema actor or a singer, attracting lakhs and crores of people, including football players and cricketers, it's not suddenly happened. The jiva inside is wanting it, taking it as challenge, struggling it from so many lives. These are all outer things. Correct? That is one. Now come to the inner one. Second one is, to me, the seeker, the second challenge is from within me. From within me, whatever the obstructions are there, impediments are there, blocks are there, speed breakers are there, in the form of all negativities. Recognizing them and getting rid of them is again a very inspiring challenge, very required challenge. It is to be consciously made aware of, and we have to achieve it. Each one has his own negativities. What are they? It is listed. You know, the tamogunatmaka durgunas pramadalasya nidra, very clearly mentioned. So they are the negativities in me. The rajogunatmaka durgunas of shat varga, arishat varga of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, irshya, adi. Isn't it? No, we have to be aware of them. We should accept that those things are there. And we must realize that, be attentive. Next thought is very essential. That because of them, in so many ways, we are suffering. And that aspect of my own suffering, because of my own negativities, my own losses because of my own negativities, my own failures because of my own negativities, when I'm able to recognize, then there is a chance for disliking or hating those durgunas. Then there is a chance for getting out of them, which we technically call always as the dosha drushti and pratipaksha bhavana. What do you mean by dosha drushti? What is the pratipaksha bhavana means? Because of that person, I am suffering. Therefore, he is my pratipaksha. Or he is towards him, I look at a dosha drushti. He is not a useful person to me. If it's a person, isn't it? उनके कारण मेरा नुकसान हो रहा है. Therefore, he is not swapaksha. Therefore, in me, whatever durgunas I have, if I can recognize that in how many ways I am suffering because of my own durguna, like kamana, is it not when the desires come in me, how much I am disturbed, how much I am agitated, how much I am miserable, how much I am restless, when one desire comes, and how much of struggle, dependency on others. Dekho, have we ever thought that way? That because of the kamana, this much we are suffering. So too when there is krodha, how much is the loss we incur when the anger is there? The bodily disturbances, physiological disturbances, the relational disturbances, big projects also are, disturbed because of that. This is called seeing the actually happening loss because of those durgunas. Tamoguna nidra. See how many beautiful things that can be done and achieved. But are we doing them? No, why? Laziness. Being lazy, living 100 years is useless worse than actively, dynamically living 50 years. Agree? Many other, whatever durgunas we have, list out them. The durgunas of being in bad company, whether it is of people or the books or the objects or entertainments, whatever they are, spiritually, health wise, monetarily, socially. How many losses I am incurring, how much of struggle I am going through. Most important is the humiliations, the insults, the blemishes, scars which can never go away, sometimes throughout life. Don't we get because of these negativities? एक बार चोरी कर ली पकड़ ली तो जिंदगी भर वो मोहर लग जाता है, इज ए चोर or he has taken the bribe. People are so ruthless. We may do 99 good things, they don't remember one bad thing done. That's what they highlight. Every day we see the struggle. One scolding you do to your child, he's so angry, 10 days he'll not talk to you. And throughout life, how many lakhs of rupees you spent for that stupid fellow? You gave your own life, your time, attention, love. He will not count them. That's how the whole world is. They expect us to be 100% perfect. Therefore, they don't tolerate even small mistake. That's a God's grace, if you look at it that way. But then those pains, the feelings in the heart, the inexplicable miseries, are they not because of our own negativities? If we think in this way, then the lion sleeping can wake up from within to get out of those negativities. If we justify our own negativities, we will never come out of them. We have to realize this is the way. One idea that in how many ways we are incurring the losses, the pains, the miseries, etc. ये दुर्गुणों से तो फिर उनको दूर करो. It's a challenge for a seeker. The second challenge after negotiating the outer things. The first is the life is a challenge. Second is I am a seeker. Third is as a seeker I have to negotiate, manage, succeed, contribute in the outer world. Then we are talking about inner. In that, the first is the inner impediments, negativities. It's a challenge to recognize them, to accept that they are there, and to get rid of them. To get rid of them, the process is this. The dosha drushti, the pratipaksha bhavana, feel so much hateful towards one's own negativities कि उनका थोड़ा भी रहना हमसे सह नहीं जाना चाहिए. Like some people, we don't even tolerate to be in that company for 1 minute also. Let me go. Sometimes a place also. In a place. Sometimes there are some place where, for those pure vegetarians and all, when they go through that fish market and all, it is so nauseating and vomiting in 2 seconds में. But how the people who every day stay there, they know it, Baba. वही बिजनेस करते हुए बाप रे उस तरफ जाने के लिए डर लगता है. Nauseating the place. So too, with our own negativities, we should feel so disgusted within ourselves. Otherwise, we won't come out of them. Think about it. Hmm? Very important challenge. Take it in a challenging spirit. It's a challenge to me that these are the negativities I have discovered in me as impediments for my spiritual growth and outer worldly success and inner peace. I am consciously eliminating them. The kamana, the krodha, the lobha. Lobha is very powerful. Greed for love from people, greed from recognition from people, greed from service from people. These are all greeds. Greed is for everything. I'm just giving an example. धन का लोभ होता है, भोगों का लोभ होता है. काम क्रोध are very terrible. Yesterday we have seen Ramadavikaha Shuraha. No? So Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, Irsha, Desha, Suya, Raga, all of them, isn't it? And because of those, Bahirmukhata, that always things, beings only are in our mind. not our duties, not our goals, not our higher ambitions, not the higher possibilities, never. What is expected out of us from the Guru and God, उसके बारे में विचारना ही नहीं, thought भी नहीं. That much we are lost in the world because of these negativities. Why don't we become a NASA scientist or ISRO scientist? Why don't we become a great doctor? Why? Because we are lost in this nonsense. Why don't we become a great poet, an artist? क्योंकि इसमें फंसे हैं. Why can't we write some wonderful songs? चलेगा, even cinema का song. Where is that creativity gone? Why can't we become a good musician? कहाँ है उतना हिम्मत ताकत? All is gone in this only. Nonsense, negativities, right? Now, the next challenge is equally recognizing about the required positive qualities. And required positive qualities, abilities. Some of them may be there, some of them may be dormant. Dormant, we have to waken them up. There, very small quantity, we have to increase them. Some of them not at all there, we have to start inculcating. This is a big challenge to bring those good qualities. Like, do we have the sufficient love, sufficient tolerance, kshama guna, titiksha, patience, forgiveness? These are all required to save ourselves. These are all positive gunas. The attitude of taking the things lightly, though sincerely, being cheerful always, isn't it? Being whole, large hearted in accepting everything. How many good qualities are required to feel the life lighter, to express ourselves lighter, to make our presence felt good by the people around? नहीं है. अच्छे गुण भी चाहिए. जितने दुर्गुणों का में भोज होता है, उतना सद्गुणों का नहीं होना भी भोज है. Therefore, the next challenge to a seeker is all the sadguna collection, whether it is, you know, many the good qualities in us, all that are mentioned in Gita Adi Shastras, like the Dveshta Sarvabhutana, every one of them. Where are those good qualities in me, which are related to me, which are in relation with the world outside? You know, do we have a very good vocabulary of lovingly, respectfully addressing the people? Do we have the tone and tune of like a what do you call koyal ki tarah to make the people happy just by our tone? Do we have that melted heart always that the words coming out of our mouth are piercing in the hearts of the people, entering to the hearts of the people? No, are they not the good qualities required? How can we be just like that casual in life? We are not animals, we are human beings. We have to every moment improve upon. देख लो how many good qualities we have. It's a challenge. Taking the life as challenge is a challenge. Discovering the seeker in us is a challenge. The seeker succeeding in the outer life is a challenge. To a seeker, eliminating all negative is a challenge. Inculcating all positive is a challenge. Now, the last one is what? The most difficult challenge is as a seeker, be attended spiritually. Invoking, creating, and maintaining the Nirantara inspiration, prerana, is a biggest challenge. Again and again, for many inner and outer reasons, we fall. We fall like Arjuna, giving a bow and arrow and just Rathopaste Upavishat. In so many required higher, beautiful spiritual aspects, we tend to lose, we tend to give up, we tend to find ourselves incapable at every of those moments, invoking the inspiration from within and continuously maintaining those moods is the highest challenge. One of the toughest is for you to come to the class every day. How much inspiration you have to have. Those are coming really regularly. I to really salute Baba. Great. अदरवाइज 2 दिन 3 दिन सुनकर लोग खत्म हो जाते हैं उनका एनर्जी नहीं अब दे can't that's it. See how many thousands of people in the world. यहाँ तो यूट्यूब में तो 1 मिनट भी नहीं बैठ सकते 5 मिनट भी नहीं. It's a challenge to maintain the inspiration to come to the class every day. Maintain the inspiration to listen to the Upanishad. Same Brahma Tattva every day spoken. You are all masters. You are really great. Whoever are regular. Isn't it? It's a challenge to keep up the inspiration of being a disciple to that Guru, being a devotee of the Lord, being that Japishta, being that Upasana Ishta. Everything is a challenge. क्योंकि ना अंदर की पर्सनालिटी द चैलेंजेस द प्रारब्धस एंड द डिफिकल्टीज दे जस्ट पुल अस डाउन लुढ़काते हैं हमको गिराते हैं like the hypoglycemia people how they just lose that sugar level and गिर जाते हैं बस पता ही नहीं चलता उनको somebody should be there next to him put some sugar in the mouth then no I've seen a person he will have in his pocket sugar when he feels that he just takes it एक बार तो भूल ही गया या नहीं लिया he has become we all were stunned only then the wife came he took some sugar and put in his mouth then he just took it then आ गया because we are in that hypoglycemia of inspiration continuously कुछ ना कुछ our the biggest enemies are our own mind है ना being extroverted thinking it loses all its energy essences being extroverted lose all the tejas thereafter where is the energy for opening a book even a श्लोक भी हम प्रेम से नहीं बोल सकते एक स्तोत्र पढ़ के कितने दिन हुआ बोलो somehow I am struggling here to chant that mantra 5 times every day other than that throughout the day are we doing एक वेद मंत्र एक उपनिषदिक मंत्र और एक चैप्टर ऑफ गीता कहाँ है स्वामी जी ताकत नहीं है but to create that and to maintain it what an amount of inspiration required all the time ये तो lower level के the higher level of that great levels of devotion great levels of the chittavritti nirodhatmaka yoga sadhanas and the greatest of all as we are struggling in our evening class I don't know how one or two are coming good that others have ran away the toughest text of yoga vasishtha maharamayana what an amount of willingness and inspiration required there to study that it's so heavy मेरे को ही डर लग रहा है मैं यार इसको छोड़ दूं मेरे को नहीं हो रहा है but I am saying no Gurudev has given Bhagavan has given we will keep doing don't worry आज का कर लो बस कल का करो and see the thoughts the sublimity of them yesterday that Shala Bhanjika example how nicely it was explained to us about the relation between the Jagat and Brahman you know to keep up that inspiration for the pure tattva chintana is the highest level isn't it the highest it is the biggest challenge for us है ना अध्यात्मिक विषयों के प्रति निरंतर रुचि रखते हुए उनको परस्यू करना गिरना नहीं the body makes us fall with its weaknesses or diseases and then the outer situations take away our energies outer challenges take away our time some other obligations come some compulsions come how many things are there to make us say चल ठीक है आज नहीं होगा क्लास आज नहीं जाऊंगा आज छोड़ दूंगा पूजा आज मैं I was always feeling how come the great Mahatma like Gurudev for every day 18 to 19 20 hours open to the whole world they were never secret how come they could maintain that level of inspiration to work 18 hours per day throughout life and doing such big things which not even one thing is easy first thing in Puja Gurudev's life is He's not at one place. Every week you will have to go to different country itself, different continent itself. The weather is different, the food is different, the water is different, the people and their attitudes are different. Not necessary that everybody should be bhakta to you. It's all illusion only. 2 मिनट रहेंगे वक्त, थोड़ा सा हमने कुछ गुस्सा किया या थोड़ा सा हमारे अंदर कुछ चीज उनको पसंद नहीं आया, they disappoint the guru. They appointed the guru, they disappoint. How can you trust the people and their minds? We can't trust our own mind. Different people. Not that everybody is loving, kind, with all your tapashakti. Are people doubt and question the Lord Himself, the Ishvara Himself, the Avatar Himself. हम किस खेत की काजर है? So he had to travel to different places, different people, continuously. The lectures, different subjects, writing books, writing articles. अरे बाप रे, कहाँ से आया इतना उनको? वही एक हमको इंस्पिरेशन है. उनका समुद्र है तो एक बूंद भी we should try to wake up. That is the only thing because of which we are alive. As a seeker on the Shastras every day. नहीं तो कभी मर जाते. उनकी कृपा नहीं होता. उनको याद नहीं किया था. Like that. The challenge to keep up spiritual inspiration. Very tough. So life, take it as challenge, never to give up. Just take up, get up, and keep on performing. Never mind. That's the meaning of karmani evate adhikaraha ma phaleshu. Let us struggle to do the works, not struggle. Let us take it as challenge to do all these things. The outer things, first to maintain that I am seeker. That's the main thing, basic. Then seeker of what? Outer success. Then seeker of what? Removing inner negativity. Then seeker of what? Inculcating all positive. Then the seeker of what? All spiritual things, which we have not in detail told. We just mentioned them. So maybe that way, the summary of all of that is, catch this point. The summary of all, the main thought is that I am the seeker, the inner self. That is the pole to which we have to tie down to. That's the only thing which helps us in facing all the onslaughts. What I am telling is very subtle. If one of you catch it, one or two, we are lucky. कोई ना कहीं ना कोई एंकर होना है ना हमको. बह जाने वाला एंकर नहीं होना चाहिए हमको. सपोर्ट वो वाला जो हमको बहने से बचाएगा. That which helps us in protecting ourselves from getting flooded. That support we need. That is only one. I am the seeker of spiritual truth. No matter I may not have the clear understanding today, no matter I may have not all the energies to do. Maybe very slowly than a snail I may be walking. But my support is my own goal, the inner goal, the spiritual goal. Luckily, you and I, through our morning, afternoon, evening classes, especially Upanishads and all, we are strengthening this. Hope it is happening. If this happens, this life of ours, these satsangs of ours are fulfilled and we are dhanya. What it is, we are getting the strongest inner support of our goal being the inner self. Who are you? I am the inner seeker. Hold on to that goal. Imagine that inner seeking goal is not there. Then we get flooded and then we will be tempted to have the outer world as the goals, which can never be. Then we get flooded only in the samsara of karma, karma phala, janma, maranas. Isn't it? See that rudderless ship in the waters or ocean, tossing up and down and drowning. All jivas go through that. Only the human being has the capacity to stick to the ultimate Paramatma as the goal. That is an anchor to it. Till that goal is reached. When you hold on to that, the inner self is the goal, you are stable. Then seek that inner self through all this study, manana, chintana, dhyana, sadhana, all that. May God bless all of us, friends. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Vunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओं नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं फलवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषये भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओं गुरुपुङ्गवपुङ्गवकेतनते समतामयतां नहि कोऽपि सुधीः शरणागतवत्सर तत्त्वनिधे भवशङ्कर देशिकमे शरणम्। ओं ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यमेकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। पाण्डु श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थम् अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां सनातनधर्मसंस्थापकानां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः शाश्वतरूपेण सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्ष धर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म सुदिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवत् देवता गुरु शास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदे श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः अद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओं नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओं सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओं शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Friends, chant from the 11th to 13th, only 3 mantras to save time of the third chapter. सर्वाननशिरोग्रीवः सर्वभूतगुहाशयः सर्वव्यापी स भगवान् तस्मात् सर्वगतः शिवः। महान् प्रभुर्वै पुरुषः सत्त्वस्यैष प्रवर्तकः सुनिर्मलामिमां प्राप्तिम् ईशानो ज्योतिरव्ययः अंगुष्ठमात्रः पुरुषोऽन्तरात्मा सदा जनानां हृदये सन्निविष्टः हृदामन्वीशो मनसा विक्लुप्तः य एतद्विदुः अमृताः ते भवन्ति। ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः। Good. We are seeing the mantra number Yasmat Param Na Paramasti, ninth one. Eighth Vihisa, wherein Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam. Etam Mahantam Purusham Aham Veda. Adityavarnam Purusham. Tamasaha Parastat Purusham Aham Veda. This is what is the claiming of that mantra truk Rishi, Paramatma Anubhava Prapta Rishi. So, Veda Aham Etam Pratyagatmanam Sakshinam Purusham Purnatvat Mahantam Sarvatmatvat Pratyagatmanam Sakshinam Purnam Sarvatmatvat Mahantam Veda Aham Purusham Mahantam Adityavarnam Prakasharupam Tamasah Parastat Ajnanat Parastat. This is what is his experience. Then what is his claiming or proclaiming or announcing? He says, Tam eva viditva ati mrutyumeti. Tam atmanam viditva eva mrutyumatyeti. Only by knowing that Atman, the Brahman, the self, the reality, that one is able to cross all limitations which are used, said in one word here as Mrityu. Mrityu Matyeti means Janma Jara Roga Mrityu at the Sharira level, Ashana Pipasa at the Prana level, Shoka Moha at the Mana level, knowledge, ignorance at the intellectual level, humiliation, respect at the ego level, the delusions, the ignorances, all of that are samsara together. Every one of them, all of them are transcended. That's the meaning of mrityu. Tameva viditvati mrityumeti or mrityumatyeti. Then, more powerful than this sentence is, na anya pantha vidyate ayanaya paramapada praptaye. There's no other path than knowing this Purusha to get the Chaturtha Paramapurushartha, the moksha, other than knowing the truth. So, knowing the truth definitely gives the Amrita sthiti. Other than the knowing the truth, no other path can give us this. It's only single path. Just like there is only one Satya or the truth. Asatya can be many untruths. But truth is only one. It cannot be two. Like, why have you not come to the class? One reason, you're not interested. Something, एक होता है जवाब सत्य का, बस झूठ बहुत. Like the rope is only one. The projected things can be many. It can be a snake, it can be the hose pipe, etc. In the same way, for the moksha, there cannot be two paths, only one. And that one path is the eternal mukta swarupa Brahma jnana, Brahma anubhava, that I am that. That is the meaning of aham veda etam purusham. Aham veda mahantam purusham. Aham veda adityavarnam purusham. Aham veda tamasah parasta. So, see this sloka being so powerful that it is found in the Purusha Suktam also, here also, many other Upanishads also. And in Purusha Suktam also it comes, Vedaham etam purusham mahantam adityavarnandamasa parastat tamevam vidvan amruta ihavavate nanyah pantha ayanaya vidyate nanyah pantha vidyate ayanaya. Two times comes it in Purusha Suktam. Prajapatischarati garbhe antah continues. So, the proclaiming of that Rishi, understand it, and we also have to experience it. And every word is sacred here. Etam pratyagatmanam sakshinam, the inner sakshi rupa self. Purusham, once you recognize him, he is found to be Purnam. Mahantam is a Sarvatma. So, Pratyagatma Sakshi Purna Sarvatma. Isn't it? Pratyagatma Sakshi Purna Sarva. Aditya Varnam is Prakasha Rupa Chaitanya. Tamasa Parastat, once he is realized, there is no tamas, darkness, ignorance. Done. Now, the continuation of that in the next shloka. Kasmat punaha tameva viditva timrutyumeti iti. Why only knowing him that one crosses the mrityu, one crosses all limitations, one crosses all janma marana, one gets moksha. Why? Answer is this. Ki yasmat param na paramasti kinchita yasmannaniyo najyayosti kaschita vrukshaiva stabdhadivi tishthatyekah tenedam purnam purushena sarvam. Again, यस्मात् परं न परमस्ति किञ्चित् यस्मान्नाणीयो न ज्यायोऽस्ति कश्चित् वृक्ष इव स्तब्धः दिवि तिष्ठत्येकः तेनेदं पूर्णं पुरुषेण रूपं पूर्णं तेनेदं पूर्णं पुरुषेण सर्वम्. लिटरल मीनिंग यस्मात् कस्मात् यस्मात् क्यों, क्योंकि ये वजह है. व्हाट इज द वजह? For that knowing Brahman alone, there is moksha because Yasmat param na aparam asti kinchit. Because there is nothing other than him. So to na aniyaha na jayosti. Nothing which is smaller than him, nothing which is bigger than him. What do you mean by there is nothing equal to him, nothing smaller to him, nothing bigger to him? In that, everything is denied. To say that it is one without second. Param means other. Aniyaha is smaller. Jaya is bigger. Like Matta, Parataram, higher than me. Anyatu, other than me. Kinchitu, smaller than me. Nasti. Krishna says in Gita. Here also, by saying that there is nothing equivalent to it, there is nothing lower than it, there is nothing higher than it. What he said is, there is nothing other than it. Means that alone is there. Then, if that alone is there, then what is that which is worthy of knowing? That alone. How can you know which is not there? Isn't it? Yasmat param na param asti kinchit, yasma naniyo na jayasti kaschit. That's why that he alone is there to be known, and once you know him, it's moksha because he is not known. Then only all problems are coming. Then the vruksha iva stabdaha, like a tree unmoving, he is always rooted stable in his own essential self. Divi tishtati ekaha. Divi, in that pure consciousness, he is there. He is the conscious. Ekaha, he is one without second. Tena purushena idam sarvam purnam. The entire idam rupena, whatever you are seeing in your swapna or in your jagrat, idam rupena, whatever you, tena purushena purnam. It is fully filled by that purusha only. Not realizing that on that purusha only, as we are studying in our Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana last 15-20 days, that the drashta, drishya both are projected. Thereafter, I, the drashta, am struggling with the drishya to get something, to get rid of something. That's the whole life. कुछ पाना कुछ छोड़ना इसी में हम स्ट्रगल कर among the drishyas. And who am I? Drashta. What Upanishad says is there is no drashta or drishya, only one druk swarupa Brahman. Know him. And you are no more drashta to suffer drishya. The challenge taken up by Vasishtha is this only. I will see to it that from your heart the drishya is eliminated, O Rama. Thereafter, you will never remain as drashta also, the miserable. You will know you are the drukswarupa atma. Tenedam purushena purnam sarvam. Tenedam purnam purushena sarvam. Tena purushena idam sarvam purnam. By that purna purusha only, everything is completely permeated. That purusha is known by that jnani yogi. We also have to know. When he has known, he is freed from all mrta, is no amrita. We also can become amrita. And how many years more we have to listen and contemplate to understand and accept about the presence of Brahman and about the moksha only through the realization of Brahman. अब हुआ क्या? नहीं हुआ तो हमारा सुनना अभी बहुत बाकी है. मुझे कहना आपको सुनना. For both of us. Because this Upanishad is not academic study like a study of a cinema story or a novel where some hero is doing something, you are studying only as an entertainment. No. In this Upanishad, we are the hero. It is for us to live that life. Therefore, then only we will also be liberated like that Rishi of the Upanishad. Then only study of Upanishad is parvasuk. So, yasman paranna paramasti kinchita yasman nani yona jayosti kaschita vrukshaiva stabdah divitishchatyekaha tenedam purushena purnam sarvam idam tenedam purnam purushena sarvam. Now, one by one word through Bhashyam. Start. Yasmad iti. Shakara says, I am explaining to you the mantra starting with the word Yasmad. Bhashya starts. Yasmat param is the first two words he is explaining. What do you mean by Yasmat param? Purushat param. Yasmat is Purushat. Yasmat also means reason. Kasmat was the question, so Yasmat is the answer. Yasmat also means Purushat. Yasmat param means Purushat param. Param means what? Utkrishtam, greater, higher. Utkrishtam param, greater, higher means as a cause, etc. Before that. Utkrishtam aparam. Aparam means anyat na asti. So yasmat purushat param utkrishtam aparam anyat na asti. Nasti is not there. Anyat nasti. Something is not there. Here aparam means anyat. So aparam is equal to anyat nasti. Something other is not there. What is not there? Param nasti. Param is utkrishtam. Therefore, greater thing, other thing is not there. Compared to whom? From whom? Purushat. Yasmat Purushat. So, Yasmat Purushat Param Utkrishtam Aparam Anyat Nasti. Kinchidapi Asti. Even little also. Second, Yasmat na Aniyaha. Aniyaha means what? Anutaram. Smaller than him. Subtler than him. Is not there. So to na Jayaha. Jayaha means na Mahattaram va asti. So greater than him in all qualities, etc. One category. Smaller is another. Bigger is another. Aniyaha means chota. Mahattaraha means badawala. Jayaha means. Apara means other thing. Para means greater thing. So greater, smaller, bigger. Something may be small, it can be great also. Something may be big, it may be great. So that great is first word. Param. Utkrishta. Other than that, Aniyaha, smaller one. Jayaha, bigger one. Other than this Purusha, na asti kinchidapi. That is the state of that Purusha. So, summary is what therefore? If there is nothing supreme to him, nothing smaller than him, nothing bigger than him, means what? He alone is there. Here, the Ekamevadvaya Brahma Sthapana is happening. Then, that alone, when you know, you also become Ekamevadvaya Brahma. Then, in that Ekamevadvaya Brahma, there is nothing to trouble it, disturb it. Isn't it? Therefore, all samsara ends, indicated as Mrityumatyet in the earlier sloka. Ati Mrityumeti, Mrityumatyet. And importantly, very subtly, not recognizing this Paramatma in his place, seeing the world and seeing oneself related to the world is the beginning of the Mrityu, is equal to all dukkha, is equal to all samsara. Try to catch it. I am not a waker, is not this ignorance is a cause for the projection and the suffering in the dream world? Think. Then what is the way for the dreamer to get out of all the dream samsara? Is it not to wake up this Purusha, Jagrat Purusha? No, other than this Jagrat Purusha, bigger than this Jagrat Purusha, smaller than this Jagrat Purusha, is there anything real of that Swapna? Think about it. Is it not the entire Swapna's Jagat is delusional projection, not reality? Think. So, to whatever the Rupa Nama we see of the universe are nothing but the delusional projections because of ignorance of that one Paramatma, which the Upanishads theme. All Rishi Muni indicate that only to us. So, Ekameva Dvayam Brahma Nehana Nasti Kinchana, when it is said in one place, Matta Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya, when it is said there, same is here, Yasmat Paramna Paramasti Kinchida, Yasman Nani Yona Jayosti Kaschitu. The same thing will again come in the next month, some other mantra. Here also it is there, in the Haravidya also it is there, even in Kathopanishad. Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan Atmasya Janto Nito Guhayam Tamakratu Pashyati Vitashokaha Dhatu Prasadan Mahimanam Atmanaha. Kathopanishad. In another place also it came. Anoraniyan Ahameva Tadvat Mahanaham Vishwamanantam. See, it is some other place. And again in Dahara Vidya also. अनोरणीयान महतो महीयान आत्मा से जंतो निहितो गुहायाम, इस तरह से. सो अणु से अणु परमात्मा है, महान से महान परमात्मा है, परमात्मा से अणु कोई नहीं है, परमात्मा से महान कोई नहीं है, परमात्मा से हटकर और कोई नहीं है. एंड द वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग, ऐसे परमात्माएं दो नहीं है, इट इज वन. एंड दैट इज यू एंड आई. एंड इस सत्य को सुनने के लिए हमको शर्म लगता है. देखो कितने बेशर्म है. फाइनली, इजंट इट, है ना? लाइक द दुल्हन, क्यों शर्मा रही हो? तुम तो दुल्हन हो. मैं इसलिए दुल्हन हूं, इसलिए मैं शर्मा रही हूँ. अरे दुल्हन है, क्यों शर्माती है? डिस्कशन एंडलेस. सो टू, व्हाई आर यू फीलिंग शाई टू एक्सेप्ट दैट यू आर ब्राह्मण? फिर भी स्वामी जी, है ना? आप इतना भी डोंट प्रेज मी, this type of feelings we have added to all ignorance and arrogance and stupidities. We also have the sharam where we should not have. वो जब तक शर्म नहीं छोड़ते, we cannot have knowledge. That's why in Gita, first chapter, last shloka, Arjuna gives up that sharam. That's why Bhagwan gives him knowledge. तो लिखा भी है संस्कृत में, विसृज्य सशरम चापम. अर्जुन बेशरम हो गया. There the shara means arrow actually. So उसको हिंदी में कह रहे, अर्जुना gave up sharam and surrendered to God. That's why Bhagwan also gave the knowledge. So with all the Upanishadic listenings, non-listenings, understanding, non-understanding, acceptance, non-acceptance, do one thing. Keep on saying in the heart that I am that Anuranyan Vautomahyan Atma. यस्मात् परम ना परमस्ति किंचित यस्मात् नानीयो न जायस्ति कश्चित. दैट पुरुष आया. बस इतना कहते जाओ. इवन ब्लाइंडली आल्सो इफ यू डू, इट इज helpful because it is a correct thing. With all wisdom, when we accept ourselves as jiva, it is only murkhata and the one which gives only suffering. With all ignorance, if we accept ourselves to be Brahman, it is a correct, wise thinking. And it gives the positive result. ब्रह्माभ्यास कहते हैं उसको. So the Upanishads are telling us the truth. And that's what in Mandukya we saw yesterday, Abhaye Bhayadarshina. In that way, that self which frees us from all fears, to go to that self, we have fear. Fear is equal to we have fear, we have hesitation, we have no time, we have no interest. And we have full time and interest, and fearlessness is involving in that, which is sure to bind us, tie us down. Fearlessly we watch TV, but with all fear we study Shastra. Fearlessly we have Dussanga with people, but we don't want to have Satsanga. There is a fear. Fear to go to temple, but there is no fear to go to club. See that deluded human mind. Let us not become trapped there. Let us help ourselves. Let us come out. So this mantra has two more lines to give the Bhashyam. Tomorrow we'll see that. In this way, this entire chapter reminds us that we are that Brahman. then feel that meaning inside. Then obviously understand that my Jiva Bhava strengthened because of Upaditadatmya, doubly strengthened because of my Bahya Jagat Vyavahara, that I am not able to understand or accept or do sadhana and realize my Brahma Swarupa. Therefore, these are the places where I have to work. इस समझदारी को साधक बनाता है हमको, ये समझदारी हमको साधक बनाता है. Let us do so. ओम 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 पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Friends, come to study Gita for 20-25 minutes.